Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another The Sports View video. Today, we're talking about Travis Etienne. Obviously, as rookie minicamps are starting to, kind of go along and rookies are starting to train. The Jacksonville Jaguars obviously had that very questionable selection of Travis Etienne going in, into the draft. You thought it'd be offensive lineman, thought it'd be receiver. But now news is starting to come out that Urban Meyer's starting to play him at that wide receiver, probably, I'm guessing, slot role. Today, we're going to be talking about that. Does he fit? Does it make sense? How will he be used? Obviously, with James Robinson, that was a whole controversy. Like, why would you take Etienne when you have a breakout, UDFA running back? We'll obviously get into that. Do make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you are new, helps out a ton, helps get to 1,500 subscribers as well. Make sure to follow us on social media at The Sports Scoop, Twitter and Instagram. Comment anything you think down below. Make sure to watch the full video. Let us know what you think about this down below. Let's get into the video. All right, so as we can see here by this article, obviously you can search up any of these articles and you'll see Urban Meyer announces Travis Etienne is working out at a new position. And when you really look at this, it makes a ton of sense. Obviously, when it came out, the news is that they basically wanted Kadarius Toney, who my Giants got. You can have him, to be honest. I'm not a massive fan of that selection. So obviously, I feel like the Jaguars could have traded up if they wanted him because the Giants took him before the Jaguars could. So they went Etienne. And again, it's not like it's a downgrade. It's not like, oh, we can't get Toney. I personally think Etienne, for the versatility he gives, will be better than Toney. But obviously, if you guys saw our draft reactions, me and Surge, it was like late first round. We were really tired. There wasn't much. And then they took Etienne and we were like, what? Like, I was very surprised. I was like pretty upset. I wouldn't say is the right word, but like shocked. I was like, why would you do that? You have a rebuilding franchise. You have early selections. Like, you really cannot mess up this draft. And they kind of did. But now there's a new kind of perspective to look at this. Look, you have Travis Etienne, who's a Swiss Army knife. I love using that word, and I use it sparingly because this guy is a gadget player. You look, I believe the best rusher in SEC, not best rusher in SEC. Yeah, basically best rusher in SEC history. I believe, just he's incredibly talented, agile, obviously has speed. I believe ran a 4.4 40. I don't believe it was under 4.3. I don't think any top running backs was under 4.4. But just talented, big back. And I think the controversy was, why would you take him when James Robinson, because they're similar. James Robinson's a good receiving back and like a 3-down back basically, and so is Etienne. But then you look at Etienne, if you're to put him in the slot, maybe play inside run schemes, maybe 3rd down back, which kind of is what Urban Meyer was saying in his press conference or something like that. It's a good selection. I mean, at the end of the day, you're getting a running back who will consistently get yards, someone who is a mismatch against linebackers, too big for slot corners, has that speed, has that agility. And then you look at his routes in college, he was really talented. He gave, Trevor Lawrence last year, when he didn't have amazing receivers like Justin Ross, who opted out. Obviously, T. Higgins was gone. You had Pascal, who was really good. I think he's a very good route runner, but was a 4th round talent. I know he went to the Chiefs. I'm not sure what round, but later round, obviously not 1st, 2nd. I don't think 3rd is either. Might have been 3rd, but look, put this guy in the slot, move him around. And again, I like it because you now are putting someone, you're just using, and I this is giving me good, I like Urban Meyer already. He's smart. You're using players to their full potential, because if you're playing Etienne as that second back or Robinson as second back, you're just not using them well enough. And obviously, there's not much you can do. I know it's starting to become running back by committee, but that's if two running backs have different skill sets. And these two players, to me, obviously there's differences. James Robinson's more of a bigger guy. Etienne's probably a bit faster, but Etienne's not a receiving back only. So if you're to mix him in, maybe you put Robinson in the red zone, maybe even Etienne, that's the thing. But Etienne, inside zone schemes, 3rd downs, put him in the slot, put him in 2 back sets. You can, have him, do those kind of short out routes, give Lawrence an option if he can't find anything downfield, go through his progressions. You have Etienne out wide. And again, you have linebackers. It's a mismatch. It's like Kyle Pitts, but, Etienne's fast and agile and has good route running. So I think it makes a lot of sense. We tend to, and I'll even admit, we tend to kind of jump at draft or reactions, be like, that was a bad pick. And I think this is kind of one that we might be like, okay, that actually was smart. You're bringing in a guy who played with Lawrence for several years, had production junior, senior, even sophomore year. So it makes a ton of sense. You're just, again, Trevor Lawrence, you can't really mess up a draft. And I don't want to say the Jaguars did. But when in the grand scheme of things, if you're going to use Etienne as a back who will go in the slot and kind of be a more catching back, I guess is what you're going to say. But I mean, look at this guy's stats: receiving, receptions last year, 48, 588 yards, 2 reception touchdowns, 37 receptions in his junior year, 432 yards, 4 TDs. So this guy, if you is coach right, can 150% be a talented running back. There's no doubt. And then even his freshman, or not his sophomore year, his best year, 26 touchdowns, yet 1,600 rushing yards, and 12 receptions, 78 yards, and it shows growth. He became a good running back, so he already has taken that step from not that good to great. So you go to a system where I think Urban Meyer should succeed, and I think it makes a ton of sense, because now you can develop this guy into that Alvin Kamara type back, which everyone is saying that CMC type back, that's just do everything. Again, who knows, maybe James Robinson was a one season wonder, and then this pays off so much more because you have that other running back. I doubt it. I love James Robinson. I'm not saying that will happen, but again, backup plans. Is backup plans the best thing for a roster that's so, not deep? It's very a shallow roster. Maybe not, but again, it happened. And I guess I'll have to see you. Do make sure to subscribe to the video, subscribe to the channel if you did enjoy. Follow us on social media at The Sports Scoop, Twitter, Instagram, all that. Let us know if you want to do some more podcasts, and comment down below. We love to hear your comments. Always respond. So if you're watching the video, what do you think? You're a Jaguars fan, let us know. # Duval in the comments. We'll see you next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Buster Boom series to come soon. If you don't know what that is, going over each team for the 2021 season, previewing them. So make sure you turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a video. And all the links to social medias, everything in the description down below, our website, all that. So you can go check that out. We'll see you next time.